Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm sitting around in my Christmas pajamas because it's November and that makes sense, right? Yeah, happy November. Today we're going to be shopping my stash for the month of November. So I hope you're excited to see this. I know I'm excited for November. I'm just ready for 2021 to get here. Like anybody else? Anyways, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, to start off up top, I do want to go ahead and apologize in advance for the lighting. It is such a gloomy, wet, cold day outside and it's just dark already, even though it's the middle of the day. So I'm going to try to do the best with the lighting that I have, but full warning, it's not the best lighting perhaps. So up top, I have quite a few things laid out here. Over here on this far side, I have items in project pans or a couple items that I only have like one thing of. Like I'm working on only one eyeshadow primer and that kind of thing. So all of this is staying. These two things are things I've been reaching for lip-wise. Just one is in a project pan and one I've just been pairing with it. So I think I might keep those out. Now the rest of this needs to go back today. I also have a couple pieces back here that will stay out. Like for example, my Juvia's Place Saharan palette. This is in a project pan and I will keep this out because I am working on it. My Anastasia Subculture palette, I also said I wanted to keep out this entire month because all of fall. And so November we still have plenty of fall left to go. So I definitely want to still keep this out to be able to use it. But a lot of this can go back, like my main squeeze palette will go back, my mini Lila palette will go back, this here, the Nomad by Juvia's Place will go back, and then also my Jackie Aina palette will go back. I don't need it. I got a good bit of wear out of it last month too. And then also I will put back my Lila palette from Natasha Denona. So all of these items will go back, whoops, and I will talk about them as we put them into the drawers. Okay, in this top drawer I have a lot of items. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my primers so that I can see them a little bit better. I was working last month on this guy here. This is like a silicone based primer that occasionally I need for a little bit of slip. Mainly when my face is feeling a little bit more dry, I need a little bit more slip. But I think what I'm gonna do is pull this out instead and give it a go this month. So this will come out and then I think I will put this guy back. I was also using this for my pore filling primer and I actually think that I might still try to work on this until the end of the year and see if I can't get this done. So unofficially, it's not in a project pan yet, but I will go ahead and keep this out. I also like to have out an illuminating primer and I have one in a project pan. I was using this one too last month, but I think I'm gonna put it back so that I have the last push that I need to use up my illuminating primer that I'm working on. So no other primer will be pulled this month. So back here you can barely see I have powders. I don't need any powders. I don't need any foundations, which are just barely off camera and you can't see those. So I will put back a couple blushes. I have my cream Fenty blush that I had been working on a little bit. I am in love with this blush so much. I actually really want to pick up some more colors in the future because I do like this cream formula quite a bit, but for now I will go ahead and put it back, although it is like perfect for the fall. So I may end up pulling this out on my own to pull it out and wear it, but I think for now I will put it back. Also, this cream milk blush was just a true pleasure. I really enjoyed it. I love the smell of it too. It smells kind of citrusy, and so just a stunning color. So I'm gonna miss that too, but I'm gonna put it back as well. And the third item for blush that I will put back this month that I was using was my Laura Geller blush palette here. I love this thing so much. I did get a good bit of use out of it, but I'm gonna try to switch it out and use a couple other items. This here is my little Z palette here. I have the Essence Satin Touch blush in Satin Love here. I think this will be such a good kind of neutral palette for going into, like to me, I know November is like still all fall, but it gets so cold and dark here in Sweden that in my brain, it already pushes into like winter time. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch into a blush like this, which I think will suit winter time well because it's kind of like a nice neutral natural blush, but it is still very pigmented. So I think this will work nicely. And then also I did want to pull out this guy here. This is a blush that was in my 20 and 2020 project pan and I hit go on it, which was to hit pan on it. But I kind of just want to give it a little bit more love before the end of this year and see if I can't expand the pan. Again, not officially a project pan item, but it is something that alright, I'm all thumbs today, but it is something that I feel motivated to work on, so I will pull this out too. Okay, I have some more items to put back here. I have a contour powder that I was using in a project pan that I did not hit goal on, but I think right now it was such a hard, difficult task to work on that I'm gonna slip it away for now, and I actually am gonna get a different item. I'm gonna grab out this here. This is my ABH contour palette. I need to give this some love. I actually haven't used it, I don't think, maybe less than 5 times or 10 times for the whole year. And I kind of want to give it some use and see if this is something that I want to put into a project next year, but I won't know until I give it a go now. So I'm going to pull this out. A couple more cheap products here. I have the Lunch Money highlighter. I love this highlight, but I'm going to put it back for now too. I think I actually might grab out my Stila one here. This is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten. I had this in my Partners in Creed project pan to begin with this year. I used it 50 times, did not hit pan on it because it is ridiculously domed. But I think that this would be so good going into like this kind of fall winter time. I'm gonna pull it out to use. This bronzer here was the one that I've been working on quite a bit. It is a little bit warm for the winter. So I think what I'm gonna do is swap this one out. And I'm gonna let myself play with this guy. This is my newest bronzer in my collection. This is the Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful formula and shade that I want to get a little bit of use out of it, because I think in 2021, when I introduce new projects, that I'm gonna be trying to pan a different bronzer. So before I like dedicate myself to panning a whole new bronzer, I think maybe this one, I should play around just a little bit, have a little bit of fun before I like literally give my soul away to another bronzer. And that same mentality also kind of lends me to this next decision, which is, again, 2021 is coming up so dang quick, and I want to have some fun before I start trying to pan another blush or highlight. And so this one here is this one I know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna blind you because I have this ring light on, but I definitely want to try it out. I've used it some, obviously you can see, but I have not, I feel like I haven't got like my full opinion on it yet, so I definitely want to use this a little bit more before the end of the year and before I start new projects next year. Now for concealer, I was using my ColourPop No Filter concealer, and I think I might leave it out because on days when I want, like when I don't need full coverage concealer, this is not bad, but I do find myself needing a more full coverage concealer a bit here and there. So I'm gonna pull out my lighter Tarte Shape Tape shade. This is the shade Fair Light. I like having both of these shades. I have Light Neutral and Fair Light. I find that Fair Light works more in the winter time for me, and then Light Neutral is more of a summer shade. But also if I want to like do more color correction of my skin, I can still use Light Neutral in the winter because it works so well, and they're really good. So I'm gonna use the Fair Light one, yes, and keep it out. Okay, I'm tempted to pull out more from this drawer just because I freaking love highlight and like blush and stuff, but I think I need to just chill for a minute and we'll go on to the next drawer. Okay, for the second drawer, again, I am sorry if the angle is also awful along with the lighting here, because my tripod, we're having to do it alone today, which is always harder. So I'm definitely gonna put back my Suva liner. I love these liners so much for my little bit of experience that I've had with them so far. I got them at the end of summer, which these are items that I would definitely wear a ton in the summer. They're not the easiest thing to wear in the fall. They're not the most fall appropriate thing. I did use these two guys for Halloween, which was so much fun. And then I didn't really get to use the orange one as much as I wanted to, but still, there will be time. They are beautiful. I really, really enjoy them, and I feel very creative with them. So, but for now, I will put this back as well. I did not get to do a look with this. I kind of knew better that I was working on so many looks for other videos, my fall color series, which I will link, which I'm really proud of that whole series. I had a lot of fun doing that, but I definitely didn't get to wear as much eyeshadow, like creatively as, or like things that I would have worn up outside of those videos. So I am going to put that back for now. I don't think I need any more of these, although no, I don't. I do have in mind 1 or 2 things that I want to pull that you can barely see up here. Not this guy. Where is it? Oh my goodness. No, it's here. I wanted to pull this brown liner out. I love this brown liner for fall, and I know I talked about this in the brown color series video, but this is one that I definitely want to, well, it's better if I swatch it on camera for you. This is one I definitely want to get some use out of, so I'm gonna pull this here out. It's a beautiful, beautiful brown metallic liner. And then there's one Stila glitter that's been in my head that I think would be really pretty for the fall that I haven't used in a long time. This is Fairy Tale. And so this, oh, it might even be, if it's not dried out, it might be dried out. Yep, dried out. So I will try to revive that a little bit, but I think this will be a really pretty fall color to wear. So we're gonna pull that one out to wear. And then before we close out this drawer, I definitely want to pick a couple of liners. I'm going to pick my two kind of most fall appropriate ones. I have this forest green one here from NYX. And then, what is this called? It's called Tropical Green. And then this is Silken Turquoise from Maybelline. And I think these will be lots of fun, like pop of color kind of things for this fall time. So we'll go ahead and pull those two out. So not the most exciting drawer, but that's okay. We will go on to the last drawer. Okay, and the last drawer here, we have eyeshadows mostly. Again, I have a couple palettes to put back that I will put back in a minute, but we have these four guys here, and this one makes four. So yeah, the Nomad palette, my Jackiana palette, my red ColourPop palette, and then my little mini Lila palette are all going back. I cannot get my palette in until I take one out. So I'm definitely gonna pull the Soft Glam out. I think this is such a good like fall palette, especially this kind of deep transition into winter. I definitely wanna pull this out. And I almost forgot that I was gonna put my Lila palette back, so I will slip it back in here too. But that reminds me that I wanted to pull out my gold palette from Natasha Denona. This is such a beautiful palette. I really wanna play with some of these like warm golds as we are in November. I think that will be perfect, especially around Thanksgiving time. And then I think I'm only gonna do one more, and I'm trying to decide between my Dose of Colors palette and my Sultry palette, the glitteriest ones I have. This is Sultry and this is Dose of Colors. To me, I think right now, I think what I wanna do is to use Dose of Colors, and then I'll save Sultry for like Christmas time or like December, which is like, this will be more fun I think for like New Year's. So we'll go ahead and put this back for now, and I will pull out my Dose of Colors Rancation palette because this green's kind of talking to me a little bit, and then of course this red here is really beautiful to wear in November too. And then occasionally I like to just keep it pretty simple and use this kind of shimmery champagne shade, so we'll use that. Okay, I told myself I was only gonna pull 5 palettes, but I just cannot help myself. I really wanna use this one too. This is my Emeralds palette from Profusion. I will probably only wear this at least once, but if I wear this even one time, I'll be really proud of myself because it is newer to me, but these greens are so perfect for like November that I cannot not pull this out. All right, again, I'm gonna overpull one more time. I don't know why, I can't control myself today, but this one, again, my goal is only gonna be to wear this like once, but I really wanna wear this green shade here in this Sparkling Pineapple palette because it's been on my brain to wear for November. I think it will be really pretty. So I will pull this one out too, I promise. Only a couple of these will get worn once, and then the rest of them I'll wear a lot more often. Okay, so I have a lot of lipstick to put back. I'm gonna put back my orange guy here. I'm gonna put back my autumn lipstick from Lorac. I'm gonna put back my purple lipsticks that I had really a lot of fun wearing in like, especially October, Halloween time. I did not get to wear my Transylvania lipstick, so I will leave this out. And then I did wear my Star Wars lipstick a little bit, but I'm gonna put it back as well. And then I did get to wear my green Fenty lipstick, but I think I might wear it one more time because honestly, once we get out of like Thanksgiving time and possibly Christmas, I probably won't wear this a ton until next fall. So I'm gonna leave this out. And then I have a couple lipsticks in mind that I want to wear. One of them being my other NYX lipstick here in Copenhagen. This is like a nice burgundy shade. So I want to use it. I will pull it out. It is starting to get a little dry, so I kind of need to make sure that it's even still usable. And then my other lipstick here in the shade Rubino from Stila is just a perfect fall, like dark, deep, vampy kind of brick red shade. It's this right here. I want to pull it out definitely. Sorry, the camera is kind of washing it out, but that definitely needs to get worn. And then I think the last lip that I want to wear this month should be this one. Yeah, Rosewood from Bite Beauty. This here is one that I'm thinking about putting into a project pan for next year, so it would be nice to kind of be able to test that out a little bit and see if it's something that I'm willing to commit myself to, because I already know that if I try to pan this lipstick, it will take a really long time, like possibly the whole year. So I kind of want to give this a little bit of like a test and just see if it's something that I'm willing to commit to next year, because I'm not quite sure. There are a couple other lipsticks that I'm eyeing potentially to try to finish for 2021. Okay, so I think I have pulled the most ridiculous amount of eyeshadow that I possibly could, so we probably should be done with this drawer. So let's go ahead and refocus you up top so you can see everything all at once. All right, so this is it in all of its glory. Panning items right here at the back, everything new to play with, way too many eyeshadows to play with. Oh my god, I'm really gonna regret that probably. But it's okay, we're gonna have some fun. Like I said, I really wanna kind of play around with some items before we start committing to new projects in 2021. Wanna give a lot of these products some love before I know I focus on like trying to finish items next year. So I think that's it for today's video. Make sure you say hello in the comments and I will see you in the next one.